the other opportunity that we do have in this work, as we've been sharing, is that it is in this moment when something has been lifted, when I've allowed that energy to move through and I've felt cleaned out and a little lighter, that often clarity and courage comes in. So often after this experience, I do spend a little bit of time with my journal asking the big questions, asking for clarity. We often feel like our challenges are blocks to what we want. No, not at all. Our challenges are not in the way. They are the way. Often in this experience, when we can see, oh, this is what I've really been needing. I've been needing to honor myself. I've been needing to acknowledge how hard I've been working, or whatever that is. Often when we give that to ourselves, everything becomes clear. So we don't have time for it today, but please be aware that after this process is a profound time to receive clear information, not only just for your life in general, but for the things that matter most to you in your life right now, like the dreams, the wants, the biggest, most beautiful things in your life. So clearing ourselves. I also do a little bit of self-forgiveness whenever I do this process, because there is research that's in the works that does show that self-forgiveness is what's able to rewire those neurological pathways from pain, from a negative perception through to one that is expansive and hopeful and loving. So I'm just going to ask that we all do just a baby little bit of this. We don't really have the time to dive into it, but the way that we do self-forgiveness is simply, and there are many different ways. If you have a way, please feel free to do that. But just simply writing down or saying out loud, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that, and then I'll go through half a dozen or as many come up. So I will example it for you right now. So I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I'm not good enough and I'll never get what I want. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I'm an idiot and I don't deserve to be here. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I don't think about it. I don't try and reconcile the experience I went through. I just let those misbeliefs come out of my mouth. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I'm not loved and cared for and held and just so incredibly lucky. And then finally, and the truth is, so then at least 3 times, and the truth is that I'm doing my best and it's enough. And the truth is that I am a beautiful, kind person. And the truth is that everything's going to be okay. And the truth is that everything is okay. So whatever that is, you can do a little bit of this right now, but we will actually be moving on. They're just a beautiful way to clear the space, to clear whatever perhaps might be getting reworked, rewired within. And then the final aspect here as we wrap this whole Feeling for Healing experience is that in the PDF, you do have a link to talk to a qualified counselor. It is important that you know that this is not for the faint of heart. Starting to actually feel our feelings may open some deep wounds, some trauma, some challenge from the past. And so I want to be responsible in how I put this out into the world. And so if that happens, there is a profound collection of free, confidential helplines. If that happens, please use this link, and please, anywhere in the world, there are a bunch of free confidential helplines. If you're ever in a place where you feel like it's unworkable, it's unmanageable, please reach out. If it's to a loved one, great. But if you don't have someone that you feel safe with, please use one of these helplines to talk, to reach out, to ask for help.